and welcome to Sweeney Pat Shut It Slag News. Today, I talk briefly about the cost of living over the last 20 years. In other news, the little Patex Brown clan has bought himself a knighthood from his political bum chum, King Lear. His daddy was poor. And finally, the 3 million signatories on a certain petition has finally had a government response. And if it was written by AI, even the AI robot would conclude that Labour should do one, led by Blighty Hammer Starmer. You slag! You slag! In 2004, the average UK salary was 24 grand. In 2024, it's 37 grand. The average house price in England in 2004 was 150 grand. In 2024, 310,000. You can't. More importantly, a packet of cigarettes in 2004, less than £4. In 2024, £17 47 pence. Slag. And I couldn't afford the lighter. And finally, total global debt amounts to $323 trillion. We're going to need a bigger suitcase, Dave. This is all thanks to falling borrowing costs and rising risk appetite. According to a report by a banking trade group collated last Tuesday, about dinner time, they were having oops. But apparently, the Gov can find tens of billions of pounds to invest in growth for better jobs in order to put more money in your pocket. But where does this come from? More of the money you were about to put in your pocket. Big Doc, Donald Trump, he's a great guy, says he will defund the Ukraine war in 1 day. And Rachel Reeves can't even find his bleeding calculator. And I'm sure Starmer's had a lobotomy, or at least had part of his brain removed. That's where I saw you, wasn't it? And in this garbled reply to the petition with 3 million signatories, it doesn't say once that there will be a general election, but instead a brand new 5-step pledge which states: number 1, economic growth. So, more kebab shops then. Number 2, fixing the NHS. Oh, Kia, number 10 Clowning Street does have a sense of humour after all. Number 3, safer streets. Brilliant. We used to have safer streets because they were free of protesters and camel turds. And from the snappy vacant alliteration of safer streets, we have the equally snappy making Britain a clean energy superpower, aka the Vanity Project. And what better way to make Britain a clean energy superpower than by having no energy? Couldn't we just make Britain have some energy? I've had 3 power cuts in the last 2.5 weeks, but I love sorting the letters by torchlight. And how would I have charged the electric van, you slag? And finally, number 5, opportunity for all. Isn't that just economic growth, Dave? We just want opportunity for us. Then again, opportunity for all has a sort of self-assisted death for all ring to it. Of course, every single thing this man says means the opposite, and opportunity for all probably means opportunity for no one equally. I'll tell you what, Dave, if this government response was written by AI, even the AI robot would tell him to knob off. Of course, whilst the monolithic madness in 10 Clowning Street boils over, we've forgotten about Polestar Putin, shrinkflation in shops, migrants moving into castles and listed buildings, and with all this, what are the media talking about? Milk. You slag! You slag!